What if one man's fear turned into one of the greatest journeys of faith ever told? This is the story of Moses, the man who went from prince to shepherd, to a leader chosen by God. Long ago, Egypt was filled with the cries of Hebrew slaves, forced to build cities for Pharaoh. A cruel order went out: every Hebrew baby boy must die. But one desperate mother placed her baby in a basket and set him afloat on the Nile River. The basket drifted gently, until it reached Pharaoh's own daughter. She looked inside, and found baby Moses, crying softly. Her heart melted. She raised him as her own, giving him royal clothes, fine food, and the life of a prince. But deep down, Moses knew he didn't belong in the palace. His people were suffering outside. One day, he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave, and anger took over. Moses struck the Egyptian and hid his body in the sand. When Pharaoh found out, Moses ran for his life into the desert. Days turned into nights. Sand and silence surrounded him. He found refuge in Midian, where he met Jethro, a kind shepherd. Moses married Jethro's daughter, Zipporah, and became a humble shepherd. He thought his days of greatness were over. But God had a plan. A burning bush that didn't burn appeared before Moses. Moses stepped closer, and a voice thundered, "Moses, Moses! Do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, for you stand on holy ground." Moses trembled. The voice continued, "I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." God said, "I have seen the suffering of my people. Go to Pharaoh and bring them out." Moses was shocked. "Who am I to do this?" But God replied, "I will be with you." Still afraid, Moses asked, "What if they don't believe me?" God turned his staff into a serpent, then back into a staff. Moses finally obeyed, trusting God's power more than his fear. He stood before Pharaoh and said, "Let my people go." Pharaoh laughed. "Who is this God that I should obey him?" Then came the plagues: frogs, darkness, locusts, and blood in the Nile. Yet Pharaoh's heart grew harder with each one. Finally, after the last plague, the death of the firstborn, Pharaoh broke. He shouted, "Go! Leave Egypt at once." Moses led the people out with joy, carrying hope in their hearts. But soon, Pharaoh changed his mind and chased them to the Red Sea. The Israelites cried out, trapped between water and soldiers. Moses raised his staff, and the sea split in two. Walls of water stood on each side as they walked through on dry land. When Pharaoh's army followed, the waters crashed back, covering them. The people of Israel stood on the other side, free at last. They sang songs of victory, and Moses lifted his hands in praise. Yet the journey had just begun. The desert would test their faith. Sometimes, they complained, forgetting how far God had brought them. But Moses kept believing, talking to God face to face like a friend. On Mount Sinai, he received the 10 Commandments, laws of love and justice. Moses' face shone with light when he came down from the mountain. Though he never entered the promised land, he saw it from afar. His journey proved that faith begins not with strength, but with trust. And through Moses, we see this truth: God can use anyone who says yes to him.